This week's definition is movement. If you've been listening to my videos, you've heard me say lean back, step back, walk away. This is the bottom line of movement. It's your feminine movement. It arises from your feminine power core. Remember, your core is your inner strength surrounded by your outer softness. Leaning back, stepping back, and walking away are one, your form of interaction with not just men, but people interacting with your environment. But two, it's also how a high value woman protects herself. You protect yourself through your movement instead of putting up walls. There's no need to put up a wall and shut people out, shut the world out, shut out what hurts, shut out the unknown, shut out what you're afraid of. Nope, that's not what a high value woman does. Instead, she exercises her power core and she creates distance between herself and whatever that trigger is. She leans back. That's the first thing. That imagine the movement of physically leaning back. You've put a little distance in there. You're taking a pause, you're giving it space. If that's not enough, the next step in movement is to step back. That means you've engaged more of your body. You're taking more of a protective stance, like, okay, I'm not putting up a wall, I'm not barricading myself. I may take flight. I'm thinking about it, but let me give it a little bit more space so I can get a bigger picture of what's going on here. And then the final step to movement is walking away. Oh, you could picture yourself walking backwards, but I always picture myself on a pivot. Okay. I'm walking away. I've taken perhaps a couple of steps back, and now I'm pivoting towards a different direction. I'm pivoting my focus away from whatever the triggering or offending thing or person is. I'm physically removing myself from the presence of the situation. And that means, let's put this in relationship terms. I'm walking out of the room. I'm getting up from the table. I'm getting out of the car. And I'm not putting that little nasty emphasis you could put on it like, "Ugh, no, I'm out of here." No, this is a very feminine moment. I'm excusing myself nicely and I'm going to step away and I'm leaving. I probably won't be back for a good while. That's the power of movement. But do you see how this helps you protect yourself? So you're not putting up walls or barricades or anything like that. It's about shifting your focus. Your your focus is in creating the distance to get a better view. You're leaning back. Let me let me give this a little attention here. Let me focus. What is this? You're stepping back. I need to take a bigger picture. What's the bigger picture here? And you're walking away. Now I'm changing my focus. I'm going somewhere else now. I'm doing something else. I'm focused on something else. I'm not focusing on this triggering or offending or whatever the situation is. How do we use this in relationships in a positive way? Well, it's about relationship space. Sometimes the other person needs some space. Sometimes the other person needs to maybe take a bigger picture. Sometimes the other person needs to realize that your focus has gone somewhere else. Maybe they're enjoying that. Maybe they need that space. I'd be a little worried if I didn't come back right away. Maybe that person should be worried. So you see, it works on two levels. So that was your focus. Your practice is to Journal about how it feels to step back, and journal about how it feels to walk away. And you get to decide if you're journaling about, okay, you're the one who needs space, or if you're journaling about giving someone else space. I hope you're enjoying my definition series. And if you have any questions or leave comments, that would be fine. And until next week, ciao.